Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and good afternoon. I'm Steve,
And I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings, the Science and Technology channel.
Yeah, and we have been talking quite often lately, within the last probably 6 months to a year or so, about new species that are being discovered. And they've got another one. This is just fascinating to me that they are able to do this, and we're going to talk about it today.
All right, scientists and citizen volunteers discovered that's cool. The citizen volunteers, that's cool.
Yep.
Discovered two new snail species in northwestern Montenegro, revealing the region's hidden biodiversity and strengthening calls to protect Komarnica Canyon within the Durmitor World Heritage Site rather than build a hydropower plant. Two previously unknown snails have been added to Europe's documented wildlife named Cochlostoma komarnica and Cochlostoma dobrido. The species were formally described on July 17th of this year in the open access Biodiversity Data Journal. Would you like to know more? It's fascinating.
Okay, so we find one new species. What's the chances of them finding two in the same spot?
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, neither snail has an English name yet. Both live on limestone rocks and feed on algae and lichens, carrying cone-shaped shells that measure about 6 millimeters long.
Tiny.
Yeah, pretty tiny, which makes it even more difficult to discover those little critters too, right? Their eyes sit along the sides of their head rather than at the tip of the stalks. That's weird too, right?
Yeah.
Snails, that's where their eyes are. Their little tentacles or whatever they're called. I guess they call them stalks. As they do in most land snails. Each animal also has a circular disc attached to its tail that seals the shell opening like a door. Huh. Fascinating.
The discoveries came from taxon expeditions, which organizes scientific fieldwork that members of the public can join. How cool! From 2018 to 2025, its expeditions in Montenegro were conducted with the nonprofit Taxon Foundation and local collaborators from the Montenegrin Ecologist Society.
International researchers worked alongside citizen scientists, local students, and conservationists to document wildlife in Durmitor National Park and Komarnica Canyon. They collected the snails at several locations across the rugged mountain landscape, but only field laboratory dissections and genetic analysis confirmed that the animals represented previously undescribed species. So that a snail is considered an animal, not an insect? Maybe they're just general.
You stumped the chump on that one. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe so. Okay.
Participants later voted at camp to name both snails for the places where they were found. Cochlostoma dobrido refers to the Dobrido Plateau between the peaks of Durmitor National Park, while Cochlostoma komarnica takes its name from the scenic but unprotected Komarnica Canyon south of Durmitor.
Makes sense, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Co-author Jovana Dokic, a biologist with the Montenegrin Ecologist Society, said that much of the biological diversity across the part of the Balkans remains undocumented. Wow. Balkans. There was a war there, wasn't there? Wasn't there a Balkans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Its canyons, mountains, and gorges may still contain many species unknown to science. Wow. Okay, quote, "It is all the more worrying that the Komarnica Canyon is slated to be flooded by a hydropower dam and reservoir. This will destroy this wild river canyon and all the biodiversity in it, including many species still unknown to science." Well, that's a sad deal, but I mean, you got to have progress. But I can now see snail huggers and other species that people that are wanting to protect this probably disrupting this thing, but maybe they don't do that in Montenegro, where they disrupt that kind of stuff like we have here. But that's too bad that they're going to be doing that. But get to work, right? Get to work, fellow citizens, and scientists and see if you can collect some more of these species. Maybe you can get lucky and get a male and a female, and you can continue on with
In captivity.
yeah, in captivity, right? And then let them go someplace else. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, this is cool. Interesting story.
The proposed development has made Komarnica Canyon a priority for systematic biodiversity surveys intended to strengthen the scientific case for protecting it. MES is calling for the canyon to become part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Durmitor and for plans at the hydropower project to be abandoned.
Quote, hydropower is neither green nor sustainable energy when it destroys a unique ecosystem like this, says Dokic. I get that, but must go on, man. You got to have
Some
power.
progress haters.
Yeah, you got to have power. And hydroelectric power is probably the greenest power I think we have, right? All you're redoing is you're using a renewable energy, water, to create electricity. So it's pretty popular here.
Yep.
So anyway.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yep, and enjoy your Sabbath tomorrow, and we'll see you Monday. Take care. Thanks.